As bad as we have all thought Madam Web will be from the very first trailer we saw, the terrible writing, the terrible acting, the cringe girl boss aspect of the entire movie.
Wow. Yeah, you nailed it.
You nailed it.
Boy,
I mean, like,
you read home
point
with
by
that.
point.
It looks like fans might not be the only ones who are disappointed by this. At least, according to some new reports, Madam Web tracking for worse box office opening than Morbius. We've known that it's going to be really fucking bad. A lot of it's being described as Morbius meets the Marvels, which is just about as bad of a combo as you could imagine. But apparently, maybe Dakota Johnson, the star of this, didn't even exactly know how bad it was going to be, what she was getting into. This new article here talking about the new Sony Spider-Man universe, saying we're getting away from connected universes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm sure you're trying to distance yourself from that now. There's a little blurb in there, though, that's very interesting. Dakota Johnson left her talent agency only a week after the trailer for Madam Web released. And we all remember this. It got mocked and ridiculed. A lot of lines that were getting pulled from that. It was the laughing stock of the internet for a few weeks when it came out. And during that time, she left her talent agency. There might be a reason why. She might have thought that she was going to be in an MCU movie and not a Sony Spider-Man universe movie. Because look at both Dakota Johnson and Sydney Sweeney. Both of them, when they went to Instagram to announce their roles, both of them tagged Marvel Studios.
That's hilarious.
The problem is, Marvel Studios is not involved with this at all. Only Sony thing that they get involved in are the Tom Holland ones, when that's like a joint production because Sony has the Spider-Man rights. These Sony Spider-Man universe ones, no, it's usually like Columbia Pictures or something like that. Marvel Entertainment, which is a different aspect of Marvel, but not Marvel Studios. They were tricked. They thought they were going to be in a fucking MCU movie. And instead they're in a budget Marvels movie, basically.
Dude, this is the mom that goes to GameStop to ask for a Nintendo because her son wants a PlayStation. She just knows, like, oh, she heard Marvel. They heard Marvel. They're like, oh, the Marvel. Oh, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans. Oh, Infinity War, the Avengers, Spider-Man. Like, oh man, that's all they thought. That's exactly what happened. And yeah, so
it's so funny that they both tagged Marvel Studios in that. Look at that shit.
I love Nintendo. I love Nintendo. Oh, my son wants a Nintendo system so he can play God of War.
Well, and this is like very similar to the Matt Smith story, and they even followed up here. Matt Smith, when he accepted doing Morbius, Matt Smith took Morbius role after advice from Doctor Who co-star Karen Gillan. He says, she's a seasoned pro. She's done like 7 of these Marvel movies. So yeah, I signed up to do Morbius. Like, not exactly the same thing. So like, it looks like she's probably not very happy with the reception that it got and everything. Probably not happy that her talent agency may have led her to believe this is going to be something that it wasn't. And just a few days after one of the cringiest trailers we've seen, she dropped her talent agency and went somewhere else. That's fucking wild.
That is so funny. That'd be like somebody getting a job. Maybe somebody that got the job on Rebel Moon thought they were getting a Star Wars movie.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's so funny. Oh man, you get what you deserve. But in all honesty, let's be real. Being in an MCU movie, it ain't much better at this point.
No.
This ain't 5-6 years ago. So it really didn't matter. And in all honesty, you might come out better not being an MCU movie at this point in time.
The only difference is you spent less money to make it.
Yes.
That's pretty much the only difference. You probably didn't get paid as much. That's probably the reality too.
Yeah,
that is an $80 million budget or something like that projected for this movie versus $300 million plus for the Marvels.
300? That makes no sense. Like, I don't have
CGI.
That makes no sense.
A lot of COVID.
I guess
protocols.
So, man.
That's why they weren't able to have supervision.
$300 million budget is insanity. That makes no sense to me. I can't, even with CG and all of that, I don't know, man. It's hard for me to understand how you go from, like, again, Godzilla -1 had what, like $15-20 million budget, production budget,
Like
something
12
like
or
that.
13 million. Yeah.
There you go. That doesn't make sense to me. And they know that the MCU is declining, and yet they still are pushing that type of money out there. I don't know, man. That's fucking crazy to me.
You serious?